watched The Long Walk.
Yeah?
I watched The Long Walk. Okay.
And?
Was it long?
I have thoughts. Okay. I love the movie.
Fantastic, right?
I love it is. The premise, the plot is fantastic. The backdrop of like this desolate dystopia is fantastic. While they're walking, you get to see a lot of what the countryside is of like America, like after like this whatever war that you really don't get into, and it looked awesome. It is desolate,
Yes.
it is barren, it is dystopian, it is rough. I will say this, this movie proved that your age does not matter. If at any time you're an actor and you want to branch out and do something differently, you absolutely can, because Mark Hamill killed it in this movie. He was fantastic. If there is anything that I could relate him to, it would probably be
Trickster.
I always forget his name. The drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket, who was
Arlie
actually
Hammer.
yes, Arlie Hammer.
Yeah.
He's the only person that I would
Arlie
compare
Army.
him to. So I would say that.
Not Army
And-
Hammer.
okay,
Arlie
okay.
Army.
I don't care. Okay, the guy from Full Metal Jacket. I don't care. That's what I would equate him to in this movie. And if there's any role that is going to, sorry to say this to all you Star Wars fans out there, if there's any role that is going to be able to wash off the stink of Luke Skywalker that Mark Hamill has on him, it is a role like this. It is going complete 180, doing something well outside of his wheelhouse. He nailed it. He crushed it. And he could, if he wanted to, he could, I'm not going to say revitalize his career, but he could go down a different path. He could do
Easily.
He could do the Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell thing. If he wants to like go down that avenue and do something completely different, he absolutely could do it, and he would absolutely nail it, and it would bring new life to whatever is remaining of his career, because he was the best part of this movie. The story was fantastic. I will agree with Chuck on something. I would not classify this as an action movie. Are there action scenes and sequences? Yeah, but it is not an action movie. This is, from top to bottom, a drama. Those are all the praises that I have for the movie. Will I watch it again? Yeah, I'm going to watch it again. Absolutely. The criticisms that I have for this movie, though, if it weren't for the criticisms that I have, this movie would be a solid 8.5 for me. But because of the criticisms that I have, I'm going to knock it down to about a 7. The main, like no name, like C-D-list actors that are in this movie, they don't do the best job at acting. I'm sorry. They don't. I can tell that they are reading off of cue cards that are just offset. It sounds like they are reading their lines right then and there, and they're just throwing it in the movie. There's no inflection in their voices. There's nothing overly motivating. What is supposed to be like a heartfelt speech feels like somebody reading off of cue cards or reading line, and then somebody says their line and they repeat it, and they just monotone. Like there's no emotional weight behind the dialogue in this movie almost ever. There are a couple of instances where it does happen, but for the most part, it's not. And, oh man, there's also one big thing about this movie that really irked me. And I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to go into details about it, but there was a character that I was for certain they were setting something up for, like, ooh, I see the twist coming from a mile away. But then the
never
twist
happens.
doesn't happen. Okay, so we're on the same page about that, I think. The twist never happens. It's like Usual Suspects. We've all seen Usual Suspects. That movie is telegraphing something is going to happen with Kevin Spacey by the end of that movie, right? That's what the movie does. The whole way throughout the movie, it's like Kevin Spacey's going to do a thing.
Yeah, he's standing in the middle of the train station just going,
This
"Detective!"
movie? No, that's not Usual Suspects. That's 7. This movie does that only without the payoff. There's no payoff. It's just like, oh, Oh, it was nothing. Okay, got it. I don't know
Like
if
white
I blame.
noise.
I don't know if I blame that on the actor that was playing that character, or if I blame it on the script. Either way, that's a big. Those things, like that particular character and that arc, not really going anywhere, and then the two main characters that you have is you feel no emotional weight when they're speaking. Those are the complaints that I have about the movie, and I'm not knocking a movie casting no names and giving fresh actors a shot at something. Fine, go for it. I encourage that kind of thing. But unfortunately, you're going to run into this kind of thing more often than not when you do things like that. I feel like the three of us had almost the same reaction when we watched The Creator. And we said that, Washington over there was like, that could have been a lot better. The role requires more emotional weight. The roles that these characters are playing in this movie require more emotional weight than anybody on screen was capable of delivering except for Mark Hamill. That's my big issue. That was my big issue with the movie. So
I would agree with you.
Outside of that, I give this movie a solid 8. But because of those criticisms that I have, I'm knocking it down to like a 6.57. I can't go any higher.
That's the thing, though. During their dialogue, it kind of dies down, but during the things that happen, you feel the weight.
Yeah, of course.
The expectation that I had, because it's the same guy who directed Hunger Games, I was expecting an ending like Hunger Games, but it never comes.
No.
It never happens.
No.
And the twist of the end was not what I was expecting either. I was expecting, but here's the thing, though. The ending, the very, very, very last scene, the ending of it all gave me a Inception feel. Like, is the top spinning, or is he in his dream, or is he not? Because if you look at it, the reason why I say that is when everything goes down, the streets are filled with people.
Yeah.
And then when he walks away, the streets are completely empty.
I was expecting that, though.
But
I was expecting that. Well, no, I was expecting the streets to be like loaded with people. I was expecting that. I was expecting the end of this movie to be this grandiose spectacle, kind of like oh my god, what are those ridiculous horror movies where it's like crime is legal for a day and everybody just kind of like
Purge.
The Purge. Everybody just kind of jumps in with it, like everybody is for this thing. I was expecting that. I was expecting there to be like this grandiose finale and the people are in the streets cheering them on and like, yeah, go. I was full on waiting for that to happen.
And they were all there.
Sure.
But then when what happens, nobody is on the street with them.
The sound kind of dies out. I don't want to get into. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into spoilers because I will say, Lee, watch the movie. Anybody listening to me, definitely watch the movie. It's worth the watch. It is. I'm just trying to manage.
The story is what carries it.
The story is what carries it. I'm trying to manage the expectations, though, because the last time we did this, it was like, oh my god, you guys built this up. I'm trying to do that. I took the criticisms from Lee when we talked about Heretic like this. I'm taking them and I'm trying very, very hard to manage expectations. I am under promising in hopes that somewhat it over delivers. That's kind of what I'm going for here.
Right.
But yeah, the story.
Did you
the
go
story,
to is it on the account?
No.
I
bootlegged this thing.
You went to the theater.
No, I didn't go to the theater. I bootlegged this thing. I'm not going to the theater. I was sick. I'm like, no, I'm bootlegging this thing. Tap, and I'm done. But yeah, that was my movie, and yeah, I absolutely 100% recommend it. Go watch it. Anybody listening, if you're interested, definitely go watch it. I liked it. I liked it for what it is. It's a fantastic story. It's a fantastic premise. And here's the thing, though. My criticisms aside, I don't think this would work with big budget studio. I don't think this would work with A-list actors playing these roles. I think it would be a little too over the top. I don't think it would work. I think you would need
spotlight. They're trying to make everything
exactly
special, and not just focusing on the story and everything.
And the beautiful thing about Mark Hamill in this movie is he steals it, but he doesn't outshine the new crop of actors that are coming up.
That's because he's not the main.
He doesn't have to do that.
He's in the background for 80% of the movie.
Very much so. But I'm saying, like Lee said, if this was your typical Hollywood big budget, starring Tom Cruise and Robert Downey Jr., they would both be positioning for the spotlight. You don't have that in this movie. And the one person who should be positioning for spotlight would be Mark Hamill. He doesn't do it. He's very much in the background, very much laid back, very much in the cut, almost to the point where he's a shadow over the movie. It's a weird thing that he does in the film, but he pulls it off. It's fantastic. So that is what I say.
So the one thing I'm going to say that's different is there are things that happen. I don't classify them action scenes. They're not like action, and what I mean by that is they're not action movie action scenes.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
There is a okay.
No, they can't be. There's literally no action.
No, there is. There's
not a single bit of action.
There is a scene where one of the walkers gets frustrated, runs up to one of the military men, grabs his automatic, and starts shooting at them. This is a full-on action scene. It's not just the one scene. Okay. That happens. You have gunfire going on all over the place, and the tension is building. People are dropping all over the place. Like this is.
That's the thing, though.
Nobody ever said it was an action movie.
I never said it was an action movie.
Exactly. That's what I said. Scenes. Nobody ever said it was an action movie. I never said it. I never said I was expecting it. I never said that you said it. All I ever said was you said there is literally no action in this movie.
Yeah, as in action scene. As in action movie scenes, and except for that, okay, so that one scene, I'll eat it for that one scene. The rest of it, I said that there was gunfire. I said that people were getting shot. But the thing is, though, is except for that one scene, the intensity was raised up. There's a scene where they're walking up a hill, and the intensity gets raised up, but I wouldn't classify it. Just because the intensity rises, I wouldn't classify it action.
I would.
I don't.
You can have both. You can have action scenes inside of a drama. It's 100%. It's not foreign. It's not a novel concept.
I understand.
This can happen.
I understand that. I just don't classify that as except for that one scene where I forgot about that, where he does have the tussle back and forth. There's no fighting. There's no I shoot you, you shoot me. There's no hand to hand. It's I'm done and I get shot. It's there outside of that one scene. There's no fighting. It's all back and forth communication. It's all just talking and drama, and the intensity because of the rules of the walk. It heightens the intensity. But except for that one scene, there's not a lot of like action movie action in this movie. You could watch like a Hallmark movie, and because the main character guy gets into a fight with the jerk of a boyfriend, yeah, that's action. But it doesn't make it like an action scene.
No, but you wouldn't be able to say the words "there is literally no action in this film."
I keep bringing the caveat. There's no action movie action scenes in this movie.
Of course.
That's what I mean by that.
We can.
I'm not saying that there's no action. Like, oh my gosh, they moved. There's an action. I'm not talking about that.
I think I understand. I understand what you meant. What you meant, but
that one scene, I will. You're right.
It's not just that one scene. There were a couple of scenes in this where it's like, this is a little. It's action-y. I still make this is not an action movie, but there are definitely action scenes. There are action sequences that happen in the movie. That's I think that
I guess that's how you if somebody wants to interpret it that way. I just don't interpret it as except for that one scene. I just don't look at it as like an action movie action scene. It's yes, just because there is an intensity that rises doesn't mean it's backed by action. it's just intense.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is Die Hard an action movie or a Christmas movie?
Yes.
But see, like, you can have both. It's a Christmas movie.
I know that.
But you would never classify but people in their right minds wouldn't look at Die Hard and go, "Oh, Santa's coming." Like, that kind of thing doesn't happen. But you can have both. You can have both things existing in the same.
No, I understand that. I've seen plenty of dramas that have action. For this movie, except for that, you're right. That one scene, I forgot all about that one scene. For this movie, the stuff that happens, I don't classify that as an action scene. I just classify it as like it's extremely dramatic. The intensity of the drama is raised to an 11, but I wouldn't call it, except for that one scene. I wouldn't call anything else that happens in this. Even the end isn't action. It's just drama.
I wouldn't say that either. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is that's how except for that one scene, that's how everything happens. Even the walk, it gets intense. And just because, I'll say this again, just because there's intensity doesn't mean action. And, I'll eat crow on the fact that there is that one scene. But overall, I personally don't classify the other things that happen as action scenes like in an action movie. Or even a drama that has action in it. I don't classify it as action. I classify it as intense drama because that's what it is. It's intense drama. And when they're walking, I mean, that's the most intense part of the movie is when they're like, it's dark out and they have to walk up a hill. And it's not even a big hill, but it's a hill.
That sounds
like
a horror movie.
It's not a mountain. It's just a hill. But when you have all the other external factors that are playing into this, that hill becomes daunting. And oh boy, it's insane. But yeah, I mean, I'll eat crow on the whole. There is that one scene. You're right. I forgot about that. So, but this movie is heavy drama. And it's the only, and what I appreciate about this movie, Will, the reason why I would give this a 7.5 to an 8 is I would give it a higher score than a 7.5 or an 8 because of the same reasons you are. But I give it a 7.5 or so because the story is what carries it. And I miss that in a lot of movies today. I miss that in so many movies today. Because there's except for the moments, there's no special effects in this movie except for those moments where you see things happen. There's no need for special effects. They're just walking and they're having conversation. And I think that the moments where the kids are, they're having to go, I wonder, I'm curious if that was real or if that was a special effect because it looked pretty stinking real.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little disturbing. I mean, you see the whole thing. Pretty intense. Lee, I would definitely encourage you to go watch the movie. It's a hard R because there's like 240 F words in it. It is like every other word.
It is not every other word. It is not every other word. It's not as bad as he's painting it. Yeah, he's not as bad as he's painting it out to me.
It's 240 times. I looked it up. It's 240 times in the 2-hour movie. That's a lot.
Did you do the math? See how often they had to say it? If you broke the 2 hours down by 240, go ahead, do that math. I mean, think about it. It's like every minute.
It's more than that.
Yeah, it's
twice a minute. It's every 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
That's a
great.
lot.
Great dialogue.
Reminds me of a Tarantino film.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh my God. Help!